nice to have the weekend off and not have to worry about an MLS game?
Yeah, it allows us to prepare, for the second leg down in Torreon. So wish we'd get some heat pumped in here, so we'd have weather that was more similar to Torreon. But it is what it is, and so we're getting ourselves ready.
Eddie sounded optimistic about being ready. Does that wash with what you've seen?
Well, he was able to do more today, so we wanted to see, he's able to be in the full warm-up, and we got him to do a little bit of the offense against defense. So, then tomorrow is an easier day, so we'll see where he's at Sunday, and that'll make a determination whether he's a guy who can start, whether he's a guy who can come and play off the bench for us. We'll have to make that determination then.
What's up with Gisperning and Evans?
Evans' calf sort of got re-aggravated right at the end of the Torreon game. He was doing well coming back from that. It's not nearly as bad as it was, but it's still something that, could prevent him from playing. Again, he's another one that we'll see on Sunday where he's at. Gispernik, we just wanted to ease off on today a little bit, but he's okay. He had a good hard training session on Tuesday when we had the game, and had a hard training session again yesterday. So we eased off on him a little bit today.
Are you seeing anything out here today that encourages you moving forward, or has it ever been a training issue that you've been seeing, or has it been more the games?
I think the guys' effort and so forth has been good at training. We've just been concentrating on our final third play a little bit. Trying to make sure we react well off crosses. We worked a little bit on our free kicks and corners today. So we want to possibly have a little more variety in what we do there, because we aren't getting a lot of success right now. So just trying to work on things where we haven't gotten success right now, and and hope that changes things, because the quality's there. It's just a matter of us getting that goal, getting that confidence.
What do you like about what Alex Kasky gives you?
He's just an honest player. He goes out in the field, he's honest. He can play in either wide position. He can play in the middle of midfield. He's got a good shot from distance. He's got quick feet. He's good with the ball that way. He's able to make a little bit of space, a little bit of time and space for himself. But he's just a good player, in that regard. And he always gives you an honest effort when he steps on the field.
After the Salt Lake game, you expressed some disappointment with how the team was playing together as a team. Do you feel like they're getting that message that you wanted to get to them, that they need to?
Yeah, they know that, it wasn't that we were playing that bad together at times as a team. It just seemed like we weren't getting all 11 working at the same time, and so that's what we've really been concentrating on, is that we need all 11 focused and working at the same time. And, that's been our emphasis in practice leading up to the Salt Lake game and since the Salt Lake game as well. And I thought it was much better against Santos, and it was better in the second half against Salt Lake, and we just got to continue with that.
What are your thoughts on DeAndre and what he's brought to the team so far?
He's done well for a first-year player. There's still a lot of things, he's got to learn, he's got to improve upon, and you're going to, pay the price with some errors and mistakes and, errors of judgment, which just come with experience a little bit. But, certainly his energy is good, his speed is good, he competes, and that's all you can ask for a kid, his age, and he's done well. His passing is pretty good, he's comfortable with the ball, he can... he's still going to get better in terms of his decisions and when to make them, because spaces close down a little quicker here. But he's done well.
Is there any hesitancy to play him in games of the magnitude of the Champions League quarterfinals and semifinals?
Well, the hesitancy, if there's right now there's not a ton of options either. So, the hesitancy isn't there, because he's shown that he can play. I think for a young player, sometimes it's good to sit back down again and look at it from the outside for a moment and then get back in there, because it gives you perspective again. But right now that's not a position we're in.
Have you been surprised with his ability on the field?
No, that's why we signed him. We expected him to be able to play. Did we expect him to be the guy who would be starting for us right away? No. He surprised us certainly in preseason, because he played with a lot more composure than we thought. Maybe a guy would play with at the very outset, and he's been able to carry that through and maintain that. But we expected that he would become our right fullback of the future for sure.
Have you seen any downside from that 30-yard goal that he hit? He's launched a few from that distance since without quite that success. Are you comfortable with his offensive attitude?
The only downside been is he's let his hair grow longer, and that's a interesting hairdo. That's been the only downside of the goal.
Is there anything you look for in Torreon's league match this weekend?
Obviously we're going to look a little bit as to who they play, what group they play. They've been playing a similar group pretty much week in, week out. They change Galindo and Figueroa sometimes at marker, sometimes Cardenas is in, sometimes it's Salinas. So they change a few people, 2 or 3 guys, but a lot of the other guys play a lot of minutes. Peralta's come off an injury, so it'll be interesting to see how he does. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Quintero, because he pulled up with an injury. So it'll give us a little bit of an indication of maybe who's injured and who's putting extra minutes on their backs, and hopefully we can take advantage of that.
Give your full 90 with the Sounders FC mobile app, featuring live audio, matchday blog, and much more to keep you connected. Download your app at soundersfc.com/mobile.